True. Good morning, everyone. Are we live?
GM guys, and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert. We're here early in the morning to give you the market roundup. We're at the end of the week now. It's Friday. It's been an interesting week. I'm with Hugo, OG CSE member. Hugo, how has this week been for you? Have you noticed anything with the markets?
I think for me, it was quite a good week. I think we were in a nice range. I think lately in Bitcoin, there's not like really a top, there's not a bottom. Now we have seen some tops, but I think the range trading really suited me. So I made some nice gains, so I'm quite happy.
Nice.
I think it is like we were waiting for the continuation, and that is not happening. I think we saw on Monday new all-time high, but we're not breaking it again. So that is in one way a little weird for me, but on the other hand, like we need to maybe have like the big news, because currently we have also the government shutdown because we don't get any news now. So it could be colorated, and maybe they're waiting for the big push. But
there was obviously some big news since yesterday. There has been a ceasefire between Hamas and Israel. I believe it's a kind of a hostage situation. There's 40 hostages in Palestine that Israel want back, and they're going to give back 200 prisoners. So basically, it's a hostage swap. So who knows how long this will actually last for? Trump says he's been behind kind of negotiating the deal here as well. We've seen gold drop off. And we've seen Bitcoin correlating slightly with gold. This is something that I want to touch upon and ask you, Hugo, as well. Gold is a risk-off asset. Do we think Bitcoin is heading towards becoming a risk-off asset right now? Perhaps we go over this and then we hit it with the chart a little bit later. We will be going through some new news stories today. Let me know what you think in the comments as well. But are you seeing much correlation between Bitcoin and gold right now, or is it just people making the correlation there?
To be honest, I don't think there's like on the chart wise there's no correlation. If you look like since March, gold went like 100%.
Yeah,
Bitcoin went like sideways. We went up, but it is not the same. I think gold is going up in straight lines. There are no pullbacks. It's only pushing. And also, if you look at the market cap of gold, from my head, it's like 10-12 trillion, and Bitcoin is like 1 to 2 trillion. So there's no comparison for me yet. I think in the future it's definitely possible, but currently we cannot really say it because Bitcoin is so much smaller, gold is so big. Also, if you look at the moves on Bitcoin and gold makes like 1% a day up, down, and that's a lot. It will cost like trillions, but of billions. But Bitcoin is way easier to manipulate. But maybe in the future that would be really nice, because there are definitely some things that are like sort of the same.
Right now, Bitcoin is still a risk-on asset. To get to gold's level of becoming a risk-off asset, I think it's going to take more time. I'm trying to push the agenda a little bit early, because ultimately Bitcoin should be a risk-off asset, like gold. It should be seen as a safe haven, and I think we will get there in the future. Let's just have a quick look through the comments here. We got DXB saying, "Are you in the BNB trenches?" I actually have a BNB call that came through on Telegram early this morning. If you want me to drop it, it's at about $1 million market cap. It was previously a $60 million market cap on ETH. Now they've relaunched them on BNB, and they're about $1 million right now, maybe $1.3 million. So if you want me to drop that, guys, I haven't even aped in myself. I was doing a little bit of research, but maybe we can do the research on stream, have a quick look at that. So if you want me to drop that, let me know in the comments. Make sure to slap a like as well. Steve saying too early, need a coffee. I've got my coffee and it's 2 p.m. here, so I'm going to tuck into this iced coffee as well. Hugo, have you got a coffee to hand? Are you a coffee drinker?
I definitely drink my coffee already. I just had it like 50 minutes ago, but now I moved to like a different part in my house, so I didn't took my mug with me, but I got my CSE mug every morning.
Yeah. Hey, good. We've also got Web3 Tomo, Web3 gang in the house, GM. Hope you're both well in profits. I haven't actually traded this week. I've been investing. I've got a few launches I'm looking forward to. The Kairos launch, liquid restaking platform on Solana. Very bullish on that. Going through BorgPad, Swissborg, the whole shabam. Their public raise sold out in like 2 minutes yesterday or the day before. So super quick. I think there's going to be quite a lot of buying pressure on launch, hopefully. So hopefully we see a good launch. They do have 100% unlock, however. So be a little bit wary on launch. We might see number go up, number go down as well. But I think overall, I'll be looking to buy more myself. So I think I'll probably keep an eye on the chart, see how it kind of reacts over the first few days, see how the rest of the market is, and then perhaps ape in with some more size there. But we will be pushing that with Crypto Saving Expert as well. And I will get the information for you guys if you're interested there. We've also got Wizard here, GM gents. Good to see you, Wiz. Hope you're doing well. But let's head straight into it, Hugo. Let's have a quick look at crypto bubbles. We'll see if there's anything that catches our eye. Obviously, Zcash here has been tearing away. If we look at the weekly as well, weekly's up 77%. What's the monthly there?
414.
The annoying thing was I was talking about Zcash back in springtime, and only have a small bag really. I think I even did a video on it. I mentioned it as one of my altcoins because I think privacy is important, and Monero is difficult to come across. Most exchanges won't sell Monero. It's more difficult to access because of the kind of the name behind Monero. Everyone sees it as the cartel crypto, the drug coin, which partly it may be used for, but we don't need to know that as traders. But Hugo, what's your opinion on privacy coins?
I think privacy coins, this is like a weird thing. I never really got into it too much because I think I think privacy is important, but on the other hand, we say crypto, we want that everything's transparent. So it's not really in coloration. But yeah, that is weird. I also looked up what the market cap is of Monero. That is 6.2 billion, and now we have Zcash of 4 billion, almost 4.1. So it's really coming close.
Yeah, a lot of liquidity with Zcash as well. You could have put in millions of dollars a month ago, and you'd be up 4x now, and you'd be able to cash that out without even affecting the chart really. So yeah, really, really big gains and shows that a lot of cash is going in it. I will have to have a look at Monero, see if perhaps people are switching from Monero to Zcash, privacy-wise, or if it's just some of the big whales heading in. Obviously, Mert from Helios Labs, he was very favorable of Zcash, spoke about it at Token 2049 Singapore, and he's a big name in the space. A lot of people listen to him, so perhaps some of the larger whales are moving over to privacy coins as well.
I was looking at Monero. It made we had Zcash 77% this week. Monero did 1.9%.
Yes, here we go,
so that's a big difference. Also on the monthly, only 25%.
Yeah,
it's not the same. It's like apples and pears.
Yeah. However, I guess if you've been holding for the last year, you've done all right still. Probably similar to most other assets there. If you'd hold Ethereum even, you'd probably be up similar amount there. Let's have a look at Asta though. So Asta, while we're up at, let's go on the weekly here. While we're up at $2, everyone's going, this is going to $5. We've heard it all before, haven't we? There was a lot of hype. Obviously, CZ's been really pushing Asta as well. But do you think the hype has worn off, or is this a good entry right now, Hugo?
I think it could definitely be a good entry. I think if you look at hyper liquid chart, that didn't went up. It went up in straight lines like this did, but also not the same. I think there's should be some coloration, some things the same, and maybe there are some people are taking profit. Like at the moment, at the beginning, I think in the Discord somebody shouted at like 8 cents,
Yeah.
and I remember looking at it, and now we are at $2. I mean, that's already like a 10x. No, not even a 10x. It's a 20x. So people are taking profits. I think the company, if you go in straight lines, is not working. It's not sustainable for them to keep the price up. So I think, we see some consolidation before the next leg, and I'm definitely looking to pick some up.
Just gonna have a look at the comments here as well. Wiz talking about some of the privacy coins. He's been stacking some Zen. Hopefully, we'll follow behind Zcash. And also, there was a 51% attack on Monero. For some of the concerns about Monero, to be fair, it's held up its value okay. If I just pull up Monero again before going back to Asta and Hyperliquid, it's actually not been so bad for that. I imagine this was probably if we go into the month, let's have a look, see if we can see when the 51% attack was. May have been this moment here. But yeah, going back to Hyperliquid, do you see more potential, Hugo, with Asta over Hype right now? We can see here the market cap 11.85 billion for Hyperliquid, and Asta only 2.6 right now.
I think that's a difficult question because we really have sort of the same things, but Hyperliquid is more already used by a lot of people. There's more existing people really use. I haven't heard anyone using Aster yet, only buying it. So it needs to come with hypes, and maybe people will switch over, but I'm not sure if people are already doing it. But I just looked at the Hyperliquid chart. It went up in one straight line to like $43 from $10. Then it went back to $10, and then we got the rally. But it launched in December 2024, and we saw also bottom in beginning of April. So there are a lot of, it can definitely people taking profit. It's not a bad thing that we're going down. And they need, for the team to get it sustainable, they need to grab some cash because it's expensive to pump these things.
Yeah, definitely. And I think with Asta, they've obviously got a lot of outside help. They've got a lot of people wanting Asta to be successful as well. So yeah, if you zoom out, we just had the Hyperliquid chart up there. Perhaps we come a little bit further down with Asta. But to be honest, $5 sounds about right. What $5 would put towards the $5 billion market cap, even higher even. So yeah, definitely possible. I think Hyperliquid and Asta will both grow. They will both have kind of correlation, and perhaps one will start to edge ahead. Obviously, Hyperliquid is already much ahead of Asta, but perhaps we will see higher TVLs through Asta soon as well, and kind of get a bit more of that market share. Does it leave much in the way for further decentralized perp exchange? Will we see more of these exchanges, or do you think these two will just be the outliers and the others won't be able to compete?
I think these are the big ones. I think if you have the money of like CZ behind Aster, that is really a big thing. And but they will come. I mean, you saw PancakeSwap also really ran up really high. That's also to do with the BNB things, but I think there are some others coming up. But these are the big ones, and I don't think we will have unlimited big ones. But you never know. We will get some hypes. I mean, if we had the meme coins, we already had a lot of them, and then some others popping up. I mean, this is a cash game to get people in, and I don't think that will stop very soon.
I've just seen a comment from Martin as well. A big shout out to Roy Jones Jr. Made a killing on Zcash in the last 2 days. But Martin is asking about Alchemy, and I know me and you, Hugo, spoke about Alchemy quite a lot. I just wanted to pull up onto my screen as well. I actually saw a tweet from the Sui network. which was 13 hours ago. So let me just pull this up. So they're actually promoting Alchemy, which is crazy. Alchemy is like a $10 million market cap right now. For me, this is a big gem. It's saying Alchemy verifies 20 million ad impressions per day, each one cryptography. I can't even pronounce my words today. Proven, reconciled on chain with Nautilus, built on the Sui stack. This is how you bring ad tech into the age of transparency. So if we click through into here as well, Nautilus is helping Alchemy fix advertising's biggest flaw: verification. We validate 20 million ad impressions daily, some of which are worth a fraction of $1. So verification must be fast and economical. Bloody hell. Enter trusted execution environments, TEEs, secure cryptographic proof that validation logic runs correctly and can't be tampered with. The magic financial reconciliation happens inside the TEE. Thousands of micro transactions aggregate into efficient on-chain payments, the core of AdFi. This is the bridge between Web 2 ads and Web 3 transparency. AdFi launching 2026. This is how you bring a $750 billion industry 100% on-chain. Sui Network. And I met up with the Alchemy team, actually went to their event in Singapore. And the Sui ecosystem in general is really pumping right now. Seems very hot. I've seen a lot of people from the Solana world cross over. I've been trying to cross over and kind of learn more and more. And really from the Sui events, you can tell you can see that institutional influence there. You can see that, Sui is kind of directed by a lot of the team at Meta, at Facebook. You really get that vibe on it, and it's kind of got that degen aspect, but then that also institution. Everything seems, it's a nice ecosystem. It's a nice world in Sui. So I really expect the Sui ecosystem to blow up, and I think projects like Alchemy, they're obviously, Sui knows what's up. They're backing them. I've seen multiple tweets from Sui. They're putting them on a pedestal, and at a $10 million valuation, I think it's really, really undervalued myself right now. And you can get it on BLOFIN, guys. If you're wanting to find the link, you get the best VIP level 1 trading fees. The link is in the description there, so go check it out as well. But yeah, Sui. This was Sui Fest, a video from Sui Fest. We can see here. Sui Fest 2025 wrapped last week, and Singapore was buzzing. So you can see here it was a really cool venue. Made it fun. That was my homie Taco with the backpack there. They were even doing Sui tattoos. I was tempted to get a Sui teardrop, but they were actually real tattoos. I don't think I'm that blue pilled yet for Sui. What about yourself, Hugo? I know we've spoken about Alchemy, but what's your opinion on Sui and the ecosystem as a whole?
I think what makes Sui really cool is that it was like the first year at Facebook with their things coming up. Then they had to drop it because they said Mark Zuckerberg cannot do this as well.
Yeah.
And then the team went apart, but then they started again with Sui. I think they're one of the only ones in Silicon Valley, and still Silicon Valley is like the big tech thing, and they have everything. They have the best workers, and I think that there's a lot of potential in Sui because the eco chain is really good. And yeah, it is like the US thing. I think it's better than Cardano and all the others. It is like the new, it is quick, it is cheap. And this boot could be maybe more for business to business and not B2C. That's what I believe. And I think that is also for Alchemy good shout to be on the Sui chain instead of they were before on the ETH chain. It's too expensive. But Sui is a really good shout for them. And also you see the Sui team is promoting them, they're helping them. I mean, the Sui team has 1.1 million followers on X. Yeah. So yeah, definitely really good.
Yeah, I think there's going to be much more to come from Sui. I think Sui was firmly on my radar for the last year. Been accumulating slowly. I think there was a point probably back in springtime I actually sold off a bit. But yeah, I think they're going to keep growing. I think they've got that institutional vibe, but they get the degen aspect. They get what crypto is, and like you say, coming from Silicon Valley, some big companies from over there. So they're gonna do big things. They've got a lot of money backing them, and I think they're gonna really focus on projects within the ecosystem. So that's why I'm very bullish on Alchemy right now. Martin is also asking here about Celestia. Not something that I've looked at. So the ticker is TIA, guys, if you want to check that out. Hugo, is that something that you hold or trade yourself?
I definitely hold it. I think it's a good company. Just like to quickly say is what they do. They have like a modular data availability layer, and they want to like to combine the data, make it easy to read for everyone, and that's like on the chain, on the ETH chain. I think it is a nice project. I think it's very low, and to really know what use case everyone will use, I'm not sure, but I think for the for B2B, it can definitely work. They are there for a really long time, and I don't think they will go away. And chart wise, they're like at the bottom. It looks like it's retesting and gearing up for like a big move back to like $7. So that is
Okay,
something.
nice.
This is me.
Maybe when we do some chart analysis towards the end of the stream today, perhaps you can pull that up and we can go through that on the chart. So if you're wanting to see some more technical analysis, guys, whack the tickers into the chart and we will go through those later on today as well. We'll also do a live trade. We haven't done a live trade in a while. I will pull up BLOFIN and we'll do a live trade. If you want me to trade Bitcoin, Solana, Sui even, or even some meme coins, let me know. Put that into the chat as well. Let's have a quick look at the news story. There's something I want to talk about here, which is MetaMask to integrate with Polymarket. We'll move on to that next. I'll first pull up this story here. BNB meme season. So BNB meme season, traders turn thousands into millions as BNB chain heats up. Let's just pull this down here. So the TLDR on this, guys. Traders on BNB chain turned small stakes into multi-million dollars wins on the new meme coins this week. The frenzy began after Binance's co-founder, CZ, reshared a viral post about the 4 token. You've all seen that before. If you haven't, go check it out. It's a viral meme photo. So blockchain analysts called it the start of BNB meme season, driven by a surge of on-chain trading and DeFi activity. Despite record profits, experts warn of high risk and social sentiment dependence. So yeah, BNB has absolutely been ripping. I saw you were trading BNB, correct?
No, that was jalapeno.
Jalapeno, nice, yeah. So yeah, some of our members from the CSE Discord have been tearing it up on BNB. I did actually call the top. I saw there was a picture of Sexy Red, the rapper, and she put a picture of CZ and she was like, "Oh, he's invited to the cookout." I was like, "This has got to be a top." When celebrities get involved, it's got to be a top. But I did say I would share some insider information with you guys. A little tip off that I got earlier today on a new BNB meme. Let me just pull it up. So if we go over, okay, I've clicked on it. I'll just share this quickly, guys. As always, not financial advice. This is just something that came across my table. And to be honest, I haven't finished doing the due diligence with it. I don't even have a bag myself. But I think it's got some good scope. And the tip-off came from a trusted source. So do with it what you will. I am Biao King. In 2024, we achieved a 60 mil market cap on the Ethereum chain. Now the team will launch on BNB chain. Be ready. I'll pull up the chart as well because I believe it's already at like a 1.2, 1.3 million when I last checked. Probably Sod's Law, probably be like 5 mil now, and I don't even have a bag. But yeah, go check it out, guys. Let's just pull back though to the news. There was one more story I wanted to go through before we do a live trade and before we do some technical analysis for you guys. But the story was about integrating Polymarkets, and we will have a look at Polymarkets as well. So yes, MetaMask is integrating Polymarkets, expanding into prediction markets and decentralized perps trading. The TLDR on this, guys, is the partnership aligns with MetaMask's goal of evolving into a full self-custodial financial gateway, not just a wallet. The move follows Intercontinental Exchange's $2 billion investment into Polymarkets, valuing the platform at $9 million. That is crazy for prediction markets, right? It's just a simple version of an exchange. If you guys don't know what Polymarkets is, I'll share you quickly. This was something that I was actually tempted with earlier. It was, how much will Elon Musk tweet over a certain amount? It's at 278 now. And you can see, I think this was 260 to 279. And this was like 80%. And what it's at now, at like it's about to go into this higher range here at 280, 299. You can see not long ago, this was at a 23% chance. So, you put in $100, you'll get $400 back. So that's how it works, basically.
Do you know which one I almost took? You had like a big chance that Larry Ellison, the Oracle CEO, would be richer than Elon Musk at the end of the year, and there was an
Yes.
80% chance. I almost
Woo.
took that one, and it's now at
Yeah,
like 10%.
yeah, I saw that come up actually. Let's have a quick flick through here, see if that one will ping up again. Oh, here we go.
I think you
Richest
have to
person.
Google.
So this one is the October 31st. We're covering it with our faces. Let me move the screens a little bit. There we go. Oh no, wrong one. There we go. So yeah, you can see here, richest person on October 31st, Elon Musk 98%, Larry Ellison 2%. And there's also, like you mentioned, there's longer ones. You can do it to the end of the year, etc. Even how many Fed rate cuts in 2025. Let's have a look. So they reckon 3 is the highest odds there. But yeah, quite fun. And we got one for you here, Hugo, as well. The Netherlands parliamentary election. They think PV 71% chance here. Does that sound about right?
I won't talk too much about Dutch politics at the moment.
bit of a soft spot. They've even got stuff like top Spotify album, but you can also go into different sections here. Like this is the crypto section. If I just click through on this, you've got geopolitics as well. Monad airdrop by October 31st. I think that's a no. I think you could even go a little bit later. Yeah, and they've got Bitcoin ones here, Solana above. To do that, obviously that's already taken place. That's October the 10th. But yeah, super interesting. And I know a few of the degens out there will have a good time. We've got Wizard of Bolt saying Trump to pardon Duquan. Have a look at that, see what the odds are on that. Duquan. Who will Trump pardon? 2%. CZ. Ghislaine Maxwell, surely not. Surely not. Surely that's easy money there. He's not gonna pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, is he? Did he?
But I think he will pardon CZ.
Yeah. That might be a good buy then. 32%. That would be a good move for crypto as well. Joe Exotic 5%. Sam Bankman-Fried 4%. Young Fug. Hunter Biden. That's easy money right there, surely. 2%. Duquan, that is funny. You could actually make some decent money off this.
It is so weird, all these things. But have you heard how it works, how they make this? People make their polls by themselves, and they have to put money in a thing to make it. It's not even that Polymarket does all the things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think people may have a good laugh about it.
Mm-hmm. And like with anything, these pools just grow. People put money on either side. That dictates the odds. And basically, it's just one big liquidity pool. Is like Hugo said, is how it all works. But yeah, go check it out, guys. Polymarkets is fun. Don't dump your life savings into it. You know, it's basically like a football accumulator. But there are some traders that are actually really taking advantage of Polymarkets and doing some good trades as well. We got Bruce here as well. Good day. Good to see you, Bruce. But let's pull over to BLOFIN. We'll do a live trade quickly, and then we will do some chart analysis with Hugo. Hugo, what are we fancying for a quick kind of 15 to 30 minute trade right now? Obviously, we trade Solana quite often on the stream.
Yeah, I was already looking. I was already pulling up Solana. I think I would favor a long at the moment.
Yeah. So at 218, let's just pull this up. Okay, yeah, I think a long position. If I take this onto the 5 minutes, have a quick look. Yeah, I think let's go long, and let's kind of cash out at 222 would be the aim here. So it's going across. Let's just whack in about 25%, and let's just whack it in 100 so long. Okay, brilliant. We'll catch up on that at the end of today's stream, guys. We'll see how we're doing. If you see Solana drop like it is doing now, let me know. But let's go over to Hugo's screen. Let me just remove mine, and we will do some chart analysis. As we're going through this, guys, if you have anything that you want us to pull up, want to talk about, put it into the chat and we will have a look at it as well.
Oh yeah, you guys see my screen. I wasn't sure. Yeah, then quickly can we look at the Solana chart in the beginning? I think what's interesting, I was looking at it, that's why I told you like to maybe long. I was like, we have seen here's a big resistance. If you look back also, we had the all-time high in November, we got it here. If I'm not mistaken, we got of course the all-time high. Oh, this is the all-time high. We got the big resistance also from the all-time high in 21st of November into 2021, and now we're moving down. But this was like the downside. Here we got some rejections. Here we got down. Then we got up again. Also, if you move this line, I'll make it a little bit more clear. We have this level. I will remove this one, and that has been a big level in the past. You can see clear. And I think, so I hope for today that we're now at this level. We can maybe grab some liquidity from yesterday, but stay above here and then move back up for the bull market to continue. Because if we move down in this candle, we are going to 210. Then it is 205 quite quickly. So
which
I'm hoping
quite a big drop. It's towards that 10% drop almost. That we could be looking at here. If you measure it out,
it's 6%. It's not unthinkable. In the world of crypto, we move a lot, and it is something that can happen. But it's not something I would be happy to see, because I want to have the bull market as quick as possible. But then we already talked a little bit before the stream about it. We don't get any news because of the government shutdown. Yesterday you had the Israel-Palestina deal, but there were still some rumors there were some shootings from Israel. So how is everything evolving? I'm not sure. But then another chart that pointed my eye, that also moves quite nicely always, is the hyperliquid chart. We already talked a little bit about it. But you saw like the big push in the beginning, then it had some consolidation. We moved down, we moved back up, and then it is really respecting their levels. I think we've seen a new all-time high. Then I will move this one here. But normally, it is. You have the level here. We just went below. We got up, down. I think this is also a really good chart to look at, because we see a lot of, in the moments, there's like a lot of volatility. They're making a lot of money. They have their buybacks, and that can be really bullish. And I'm hoping that they will come back to their all-time highs, because they also want to make as much cash as possible. I think these exchanges are really built. They want their product, and at the moment they have quite a nice product, and then they want cash. They don't care about what people think or anything else. It's only cash. So I'm quite bullish on Hyperliquid. I think we can see some new highs. I mean, you get some concerns that we have the big team unlocks, but if you trade it with a good stop loss and risk management, I don't think there are any problems. And then we talked a bit about Celestia. I don't think you have looked at the chart too much, but we launched here. This is not the real launch, but I will quickly look at the different chart to see what the launch price is. What is a really old chart? Coinbase chart, maybe.
I've got a friend that wants some screen time here. He's also looking at it.
I've actually been in Celestia since the airdrop. I think Maxi is the OG chart.
Do you know what the listing price was?
There was no real listing price, but it started at like $2 and then ran to like 20-ish. But the thing is, they started off with just the airdrop. So I think a bunch of the supply was just airdropped, and it was the only circulating supply for a long while. And then after a year, everything started unlocking, and that's why you see these. But like, for example, I think when it was at $6, I saw OTC deals going for $3, so you kind of knew it's gonna go down to $3 and worse.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely have some faith to come back up. Also, we have like the autumn high $20. I think we need to go back up. We were here like at $2.50 in July, or $2.25. I think we will definitely reach it. And for then, if we gain this level over here, we are already at 280. It can go really quick, so I'm bullish on that. And then another chart that
perhaps will be people looking for an exit pump on the way up as well.
The early seed VCs are in very, very, very early. Like if you check CryptoRank, and I think they've been selling OTC as well as in the chart.
Yeah, you can see that. But then if you look at the ZRO chart, I've charted this once in my life, and that was a couple of months ago, and it respects every single level lately. So I'm happy who the market maker over there is. But you have here a really big buy opportunity. Here we got some resistance from this part. We went back down. We tried to get back up, down, back up. Then we moved to the next level. There we got rejected twice. So there are like quite some orders from this movement down. And
good support at $1.60. $1.60 there, isn't there? Yeah.
$1.60 is like 100% buy. It's not even you don't need to just think about it.
No, true.
And then you go back to 228, 258, and then we're already at $3.40. And I think it can go so quick. And I literally started this thing a few months ago, and this still respecting everything. So yeah, I'm quite bullish on it, and I think they're really. It is like the other part of Link. It's sort of the same company. So yeah, I think they have a lot of things to do, and yeah, I think they can go really, really high. So yeah, I have a lot of faith in them. When was
the last time that ZRO broke down below $1.60 as well? How far do we have to go back for that?
June, 22nd of June. We just went below, and here we went below on the 25th of March. And then you had the listing price at 116. So there are the listing price was $1. I was taking. But yeah, so normally, because if you look at listing price, they need to keep up above the listing price for exchanges to keep them on, to make them look good. So if coins get below listing, it can always be a good opportunity to buy some of it, because they need to move it back up. But yeah, sometimes they don't, and then they get delisted, and that is a big problem for a lot of tokens. But I think but this thing is still way above listing price, so that's quite cool. Yeah, and then there are so many tokens. Yeah, here we got the Sol chart we're talking about. Yeah, I have some faith. I think we are
profit now on the Sol trade. I'll just fling over quickly. We can see here we're in almost a 5% gain there. So looks like it was a good call. We'll keep that running for now, and then we'll touch upon that at the end as well.
Yeah, but then I think like we were talking about for this bull market, where are we now? What are things doing? We saw a big broad drop-off of the all-time high on Monday, but I think that like this is a drop-off to get like some more liquidity to go up more. Yeah. Because if we get a new rate cut, it needs to be priced in, and I don't think it's priced in yet. We need to go a little higher, more to the date, and then dump on the rate cut date or the day after. So yeah, I'm bullish, and I think a lot of charts are on a big resistance of a support zone. So I hope we will bounce from here, and I think also the dollar is weakening.
Yes,
and if we get a weakener dollar, because it was strengthened this week, and we saw the Bitcoin going down in the crypto space. But I think in the next couple of weeks, the dollar, over the next couple of months, the dollar can go to like 120, 130, some really crazy levels, because we're in the world with Trump.
Yeah.
And that is something, that's something that he will change some things up. It's gonna be predicted, but he wants, like, if we get a cheaper dollar, it is cheaper for other countries to work with the US and buy from them. That will create some extra jobs because they have a high unemployment rate, so that should go down. And it would work in his tariff thing that there's more deal flow and they have to pay the tariffs. So yeah, I think that could be a really nice thing, what he sort of his plan. And we just grabbed the liquidity at 1.155 and now it is straight weaken the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Because I think it is manipulated. They got so much cash and they will print like crazy.
Yeah, they've been printing like crazy for years now, and it's got to go pop at some point. I think people are waking up to that. They're realizing soon. But Hugo, let's talk about gold as well, because I know you like to keep an eye on gold, like a lot of the traders in CSC as well. Obviously, you know, like we mentioned, the chart for gold is brilliant right now. It's been absolutely smashing it. I may have that were trading gold over crypto over the last few years, but they made the right call. Unless you're a short trader, that is.
I mean, look at this chart. If you look at the weekly, it is straight up only. You have your like the retest level is literally at 2100 or 2088. This is straight lines, never retest.
On the 1 week chart looks insane, right? Like,
yeah. Just like here we got the impulse, we got an impulse over here, we got it here. There's a sort of consolidation impulse. Just like there's no consolidations in it. And
can you map? Sorry.
Hmm?
Can you map, like, I find this looking very much like the BNB chart on a smaller time frame. Like they both look like this.
Let me take a look. I got the BNB. I never really traded BNB, so it is not like I charted BNB. This is also the weekly chart.
This is also the weekly.
Yeah.
Damn.
I love how Hugo, you're like, I never really chart BNB. It comes up like 11 at one point.
Yeah. 2020 lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I would map out this level. But then there's nothing to map out. Maybe we can map out there is like, because we never saw a wick on this weekly. And that's something we keen to see. Like then we went up for the week straight. But
if we have a lower time frame, how does that look?
Still some straight lines.
Yeah.
We could argue this, but yeah, there's like no retest, and I think for me, like I'm not able to trade BNB currently. I mean, you can do. What I would do, there are two possibilities. Or you say we go down, but why the fuck would you short it when CZ is like the biggest guy in crypto? Then you should long it, but like, where do you want to long? There was never an entry, because the reason to enter here was like nonsense in my opinion. That we can say after, okay, that could have been a level. If it moves back down, that is a level, but then it needs to move back down almost 10%, not 8.5%.
Yeah.
That is never happening in the chart. So yeah, maybe then we get like a change in shift. This is a weird coin, but I think that the reason why it is pumping that much is like CZ is the biggest guy in crypto. He has all the Saudi money. He has everything. And I think the Saudis are like, they're like, nobody knows. We just discussed, like, is it Larry Ellison or Elon Musk, the richest person? I think it's the Saudis. And that are friends of CZ. So there's a reason why we're pumping that hard.
Yeah. I think CZ, he kind of covers all areas of the globe, isn't he? He's liked over in the States, he's liked over in Europe, he's liked in the Middle East, and obviously Asia as well, APAC.
Yeah, I think like he will get his part down of Trump. Trump, I think, and that will work in a way that Trump really wants to become friends with him. Some weird way like that. Like normally Trump says, I will pardon you, and it's just like a different act. But now he's like trying to lobby with CZ from Trump's side and not the other side. That needs to happen.
Yeah,
because CZ wouldn't care less. I think that's a really interesting thing that is not happening all the time.
And Hugo, let's have a look at ETH as well, because BNB's been getting all the limelight, Solana's been getting all the volume, but there's still a core basis of people saying, ETH's going to $6,000, it's going to $8,000, it's going to $20,000. I'm a little bit hesitant, and I'm still sitting on a large ETH bag that I've just been, I'm a little bit married to it, and I'm almost at the stage where I'm getting ready to full port my ETH bag into Sui perhaps, or another layer one. But what's your opinions on ETH right now? Is it the forgotten about chain?
I think like at the end, ETH was the first chain. They have a lot of stuff built on ETH. There are a lot of layer twos, but then you have I think a Sui could be a better one because they invented it later. They know what the sort of child disease were of ETH. But then, ETH is still ETH, and they have so much built on it. There's so many companies building on it, and that is not changing. And I think people are building on different stuff, but the old companies are still existing. If you see a shift of a lot of companies migrating to another chain, I would say, okay, get your money out. But if you ask people around you, what do they hold? And they're not big crypto guys. They hold Sol, ETH, and Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Always ETH.
I'm definitely playing devil's advocate here. I'm kind of poking at the bear. Because if I wasn't still bullish on ETH, I would have sold a long time ago. But it does feel like sometimes we're missing out on better opportunities, and the opportunity cost of not switching over may cost us in the long run. But yeah, it does. It's not getting as much limelight. I think the biggest ETH news I've seen recently was Vitalik running for a hotel, rather than technology and all of this. And he's not being the front man, which some people want him to be. But perhaps projects don't need a front man. But then you look at Bitcoin, you've got Satoshi Nakamoto. He's the silent front man.
But he's not the CEO anymore.
No.
He stepped down.
Is that for legal reasons? It's the same with CZ, right? He's not the CEO anymore. And
no, I don't think it is for legal reasons. I think it is because he went crazy and people didn't want to have billions on, and then you see him singing on an event, or what you say, running through the lobby.
Yeah.
They're okay, I have a few million, and this is the CEO. Hey, they're changing. But yeah, I still think what you say, do I miss gains? Yes, of course. But you will miss gains if we got a full-blown bull market.
Yeah.
But this is a little less risk. We're on a higher market cap, so we can go higher. Little less. The maximum is I don't think we will ever pass 8K. 8K is the big maximum. And for Sui, you can maybe go to $10. Yeah. But there's a high risk appetite because Sui can also go back to $1 or $1.80 in the bear market, and ETH will stay above 1,500.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So that is different risk. It's different risk reward ratio.
Mm-hmm. We've got Pratik here as well saying, why did we have a correction? Any bad news? So perhaps it's a good time to head over to the Bitcoin chart, Hugo, and we can have a quick look there. As a lot of you know, actually, I think it was Tuesday. I was in a Bitcoin short position, and I was almost probably $2,000 underwater, waiting for that to come good, and it did actually come good in the end. If I just show you, by saying come good, I pussied out at break even. And let's have a look at my position history quickly. I was $5 in a profit after being almost $2,000 in a loss. So I'm glad that there was the correction. I could have gone a little bit lower, but I didn't have the balls that time, guys. Let's have a quick check. The Solana position slightly in a profit, but let's head over to Hugo's screen to have a look at Bitcoin here, guys. Let me just pull that over. And yeah, James rightly is saying a correction would be 80K. 3% is nothing. Very true.
Yeah, for Bitcoin, this is my higher time frame chart. If I was looking always, if we got here an all-time high, this one, we're I think if we go down to the all-time 112, I will get really scared. But then, yeah, we made a new all-time high. We grabbed the liquidity, go down. This is exactly when we had the old. I'll remove this volume part. This happened exactly over here. We went up. No, here. We went up. We got the new all-time high, and bam, we go down. This is not weird. We grab the liquidity, trap some people in the longs, and then they can make money. Because if we go for an all-time high now, it's this. Like, I think we can better wait a little bit, because market makers are wanting to wait for the big news. If we get like, maybe if the government shutdown stops and we get like all the news data and unemployment rates apparently shooting through the roof, that would be amazing, and that would be a good reason for the markets to pump more.
Yeah.
And currently, it is not. We don't have the data. There's no real case fire between Gaza and Israel. There were some shots last night, so that is, I think, where we are waiting for before we are really going up to the moon. So,
as you said, that block pro put when moon.
I'm counter asking when bear market.
yeah.
But I think Q4 will still be a really good month. I still believe Q4 will be a nice month, and we will make some gains. Because otherwise, but we got like, maybe we can talk about it. We got like the theory that yesterday, in theory, the bull market ended. What do you think about that?
It's difficult. I know Block Pro's listening in as well. I know he had a similar date mapped out, and it's to do with the Bitcoin halving after a certain amount of time. Traditionally, it's the top of the bull market. But I just see a lot of momentum going forward. I think if Bitcoin does drop down to those levels you've got mentioned on the chart there, 109, 111K, I think even in the comments, James even mentioned that we have a CME gap at 111K. I think a lot of people are going to be buying there. I don't see it going further below. I think a lot of people will be aping in at the 110, 111K mark, and we come back up again. Will we see a new all-time high after that? Perhaps we come up to the 117, 120 levels and then falter there. But I personally think there's too much momentum right now going into Q4. But what's your take?
I think you're right, but then I also have the thing, like, if we go down and we get the bear market now, all the altcoins are crushed. Like, they need to raise money. Like, that is how they work. They need to raise money in the bull market to work in the bear market, and then they can invest again. But currently, I think they definitely took a lot of profits, but they didn't make as much as they want. No. And so many altcoins are at the bottom, and project will break down. If we have, like, we talked about Celestia, they will go to zero if we get a bear market. And a lot of coins are going back to zero, and really zero, and they won't come back ever again if we get a bear market, because there's no money in them, and they didn't make as much as they would like to. That is my take on it. So I think for altcoins, we sort of mandatory to have an alt season. Exactly. And we see like CZ working hard. CZ is not going to launch the chain, his Aster thing, if he doesn't care about it.
No. So I'd personally like to see kind of Bitcoin find a range, stay put within that range for a few months and just let altcoins take limelight and flourish from there. Maybe we do need Vitalik to step into gear and push ETH to really get alt season going, or perhaps we will see just BNB, Solana lead the way there, and then perhaps it's greed season. Perhaps they artificially push the price up to the end of Q4 and then aggressively take profits. I think December 18th is historically one of the worst days for crypto. You see people selling off just before Christmas as they're packing up and not wanting to check the charts for 2 weeks. So it's something to keep an eye on. We're all praying for alt season. We've been praying for alt season for a long time. If you zoom out though, have we had decent growth with alts? Yes, most of them. Ethereum not too long ago, was around $1,000. So if you look at it like that, okay, we're doing all right.
But if you look at the dominance chart, this was the bull market in 2017. We went like down like crazy. We got the bull market. But this has been a bull market before. We got a really high Bitcoin percentage, but then we got the bull market. Then we got the bear market. We got the bull market 2021, and then we only rise up. And this is like a small correction. Maybe we should have like a couple of weeks straight going down on the dominance chart, and I think we are too high up still. And that thing should go down, but it's retesting. It is waiting for something big to happen, because I think I also have like had a talk, or like Wiz was talking about. You have like, there need to be some sort of thing for the market makers to pump it, and it needs to be like a tick. And there's like the news, we need a news event to do it, but it won't matter what the news is, but it needs to be big. And that is something we cannot expect. And I think the people behind the markets are waiting for that thing to happen to really start pumping. And now we only will trade ranges until that happens. That's my take on it.
Wiz is saying he loves Christmas. He loves the Christmas Day scam wicks. We got DXB saying, are you posting BNB meme coins calls in CSC? Yes. I just posted the one I mentioned on stream in there as well. I'll try to get some more alpha and some more insight for you guys. Anything I'm trading, I'm even posting about, we had some comments in the Discord that said, we don't post about when we sell. And people, wanting better exits. And it's always been a bit difficult because, you don't want to hurt a project and say, look, I'm selling, because it could cause a cascade. But now we're being completely transparent. We're telling people, when we're buying, when we're selling. So go check it out, guys. We did an AMA with myself and that Martini guy. Unfortunately, we couldn't put the recording up because there was a few things that were a bit too close to the line. We don't want getting out. It stays in the Discord. What goes in the Discord stays in the Discord, guys. So if you're wanting all the best alpha and to have one-to-one access to myself, Block Pro, Hugo, TMG, the best place is the Discord, guys. I know James here, he watches all our streams, but he's not in the Discord. He says he can't be bothered with another app. But James, you really do have to get into the Discord. You'd be a great member, mate.
But then I got like a quick question for you. We're talking about the BNB things, memes. I haven't looked into how do you buy these things?
Pancake swap. Yeah, so load your wallet up with BNB. Pancake swap is is the best platform for swaps on BNB. There's a few, you can use a few of the kind of meme coin platforms to very much similar to GM. Well, I was going to say Nova Trade, but they actually exactly Pump.fun. There's platforms like that if you want to catch the early runners. But what I'm finding with BNB is that the launch pads aren't as, the ones that go through the launch pads aren't as successful. The meme coins that I'm seeing in BNB have success are the ones that they've put up the liquidity themselves. It's kind of VC run, or it's some powerful people behind it. And before you get the alpha, it's already 500K. Slightly different to the Solana meme coins. But then also, if you look at the high caps as well, very unlikely that you would have got an entry on Pump Fun on stuff like Chill House and all of these big coins, etc. Wizard Bolt is saying I use GMGN. Yeah, perhaps you can use that on BNB. I use GMGN for Solana. You can probably use that for BNB if you're wanting to trade meme coins on BNB. But generally, I get in the Telegram groups, have a look on Twitter, and then I just use Pancakes. But can you have limit orders on Pancake Swap? I believe you can, but let me just check. I used to use Pancake Swap a lot. 2021.
Bro, I use Pancake Swap so much.
Yeah.
Insane.
The coin did absolutely crazy as well. TWAP. Yeah, you can do limit orders on Pancake Swap Pratik. That's all good there as well. Go check out GMGM. We did have a affiliate code. I will have to dig that out. I'll put it in the Discord. But yeah, is there any other tickets you want to go through today, Hugo, before we wrap up?
Let me take a look if I have one. Yeah, I can go to like 20 tickers or but maybe we will leave it for next time.
Cool now. So we just have a quick look at one and then we'll wrap up here for today. The live trade is 1% under, so not much of a loss. I'll keep that open. I've set a take profit at $222.29.
Did you put your stop loss?
I put my stop loss at 215.59. Yeah. But yeah, what have we got on the screen here? We've got Bitcoin dominance. I think we'll wrap up here, Hugo. I've got to jump on another call. But guys, you're going to be seeing more of Hugo. He's going to be doing some morning AMAs, focusing on trading analysis, and you know, improving your technical analysis, teaching the way that we learn in CSE here. So we'll be looking to push that on Monday mornings. So when you're waking up, going to work, you can stick Hugo on, have the Monday morning update. So yeah, come join the Discord, speak to us in there as well. Hugo, always a pleasure having you on. I'm looking forward to your own shows coming from next week as well.
Thank you very much, and I hope to see everyone on Monday.
Woo,
have a nice weekend.
Guys. Slap a like on today's video, turn channel notifications on so you don't miss Hugo's stream on Monday, and have a great weekend, guys. Take care and get trading. Let's go.
Bye-bye.